Ocampo, and I am the Education USA Advisor for Puebla. So if you are nearby, please let me know and come pay a visit. That would be great. And today, our special guest is Zaira Hernandez, and she has a master's degree in marketing and communication. She has 6 years of experience in the educational area, uh, with an international perspective. Currently, she is the director of TOEFL IBT certification here in Mexico. And well, for her, the certification is truly important because it has opened so many doors for her. So as opportunities, professional opportunities, and also personal. So now, Saida, thank you very much for being here, and of thank you all you graduate students for being here today. We hope this is going to be a very interesting and very informative session for all of you. And now, Saida, thank you for being here. The floor is yours.
Thank you. Guys, thank you for being here. I know that it's kind of late. It's raining, sunny in the north, but thank you for taking the time because you are making an effort to accomplish big things. I'm responsible for the certification TOEFL IBT in Mexico, but also I'm in charge of GRE. And these tests are going to help you to achieve a lot of things. In my experience, in a little bit about my background, I have done 2 exchange student programs where I've met a lot of people. It has helped me a lot with my professional experience, improve my English. Sometimes it's a little bit rusty because I don't practice it a lot. But it's good for you to be prepared and to start preparing yourself for the future and your professional lives. So today we're going to talk about GRE, and I hope that you take a lot of advantage with the presentation because it's going to be really helpful. At the end, I'm going to leave Q&As in case you have like some questions. But I want to talk about GRE today, and I think that on Friday we'll have another session about TOEFL IBT. I forgot. Did you tell me to have the presentation in Spanish or English? What do you prefer?
As you feel more comfortable is fine. What do you all think? Do you want the session to be in Spanish or in English? Opinen, jóvenes.
English, I
Opinen.
suppose, for practicing.
Okay, good. Keep practicing. And also myself, because since I don't know if you have heard this, but for example, TOEFL IBT, it has a 2 years expiration date. So after the 2 years, you cannot longer use the TOEFL IBT score. And I have been around many students with the same question. Why is it only 2 years? And my answer is because if we don't practice it, we're going to forget it. Remember that English is a skill. It's nothing that we were born with. So since it's a skill, we have to practice it all the time. So it's good for you to choose English for a GRE presentation. So the GRE test is a standardized test that you'll have to take in order for doing an exchange student program, entering like in a really good school abroad. You have 2 modes to take the test. You can do it at a test center or at home. If you do it at a test center, you have to be really careful when the dates are open. We don't have enough sessions in Mexico around all the test centers. We have around 70 test centers that provide TOEFL IBT, but they don't all have GRE sessions. We can open the GRE session for you, but you have to be really, really careful on those dates. If you have to cover a deadline, you have to make sure that the test is available when you need it. Because if not, remember that to receive your scores, you'll get them in 10 days. And after that, you're like running out of time. So think about it. But if you do it at home, you can take it 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Another recommendation is that some universities are not accepting the home edition test. So make sure and ask them if they are going to accept it. And if not, make sure to have the test session at a test center. In a test center, the physical scenario is going to be that you have to be there 30 minutes before the test, and they are going to provide you with a computer, paper, a pencil, so you can take notes of everything, all the calculations that you are going to make, all the notes that you need. The test center is going to be responsible of anything that happened during the test. You are going to have people surrounded in the room that is going to be taking care of the evaluation. And at home also you are going to have a remote proctor. It means that you'll need to connect, download an application in your computer and in your cell phone, and you are going to do the test in your own computer with your headset or headphones. And you are going to have a proctor in the other side. This proctor is going to be able to take on your computer, como que la va a manejar. This proctor is going to help you to close all the video phone calls, for example, Zoom, Meet, Teams, is going to close everything, because if not, if you have the application open, it can mean that you're cheating and somebody is like in the other side of the computer. So this proctor is going to help you to close all those things and to help you fix the computer in case you need it. So this is the two modes of the test. You can see the available dates in this link that I'm going to share right now. Let me see if we can open it. No, I'm going to share with you the link right now, because oh, never mind. In case you need it, you can have it in your hands, and you have already the available dates upcoming. Then, how the test is structured. You are going to have an analytical writing. One essay tag is going to last 30 minutes. Verbal reasoning is going to be section 1, section 2 with 12 questions. Each one of them is going to last less or more or less 25 minutes. Quantitative reasoning, section 1 and section 2, 12 questions, 15 questions, is going to last 21 minutes and 26 minutes each. Always think about like how we learn in school. First of all, for example, in IBT, we began analyzing things, which is reading. Then we start speaking, and then we write. It also happens the same with GRE, since it's an academic exam. Is going to start with the analytical thinking. It's going to make you observe things, and then you can describe them in the verbal reasoning, and then you can count the quantitative section. So the test is less than 2 hours. How the verbal and quant is scored is adaptive. I don't know if you have heard about this, but adaptive means that depending on the answers that you are giving during test, how you are like performing, the test is going to be adapting, okay? So it's going to lower your stress. It means, for example, if you are answering all of them correctly, you are going to have like a higher score and like the same metric of questions. But if you are answering like a little bit lower, the higher scores, for example, it's going to mean that the test is going to be adapting for your score. So this is going to lower your nervous and stress of the test. So it depends, of course, in the performing of everything that you are answering on the test. All the questions are contributed equally to your final score. It means that all the adaptive questions that you are going to be having in the test is going to be equally contributed. So it means that since you answer the first questions, it's going to be adapting to your knowledge. Both sections are important, since the final score on each measure is based on the total number of correct answers, okay? is going to have the same level of difficulty since it's going to be adapting to your performance. Points are not deducted. If this is like something that a lot of people believes in, it's not going to be for wrong answers. Always better to guess. It means we have to fill out all the spots, okay? If you don't answer one, it's going to lower a lot of your score. But if you answer something that you believe in, it's going to take more points for you. Es como, lo voy a decir en español, es como cuando en la escuela te decían que por qué no, o sea, que te ponían un punto de vista y no sabías qué contestar y lo dejabas en blanco, pero no sabías que ese punto de vista te podía ayudar como a subir un poco más el puntaje. Entonces, todas las preguntas respóndanlas, aunque crean que es la incorrecta, es mejor contestar a no hacerlo, porque no hacerlo les baja más puntos que sí hacerlo, ¿va? Entonces, eso sí, como que tenganlo muy claro. The score scale, analytical writing is going to be from 0 to 6. I don't know if you remember, but we have one essay. So this essay is going to be from 0 to 6. The verbal reasoning is going to be from 130 to 170 in full point increments. And the quantitative reasoning is going to be 130 to 170 in full point increments. 3 scores are provided to both test takers and score recipients. It means that when you are going to register in your GRE platform, you are going to be able to send your score to the institutions that you want to apply. So you are going to receive your scores and also the institutions where you are applying, of course, the ones that you choose. Also, you are going to have all the score in your GRE platform. Preparing for the analytical writing measure. I'm going to, okay. Selected score level description excerpts. 5.5 and 6, a strong tone standing. It means that in the analytical part, remember that we have 6 points. Oh, I cannot go back. We have 6 points, okay? So if you achieve from 5.5 to 6, you have a strong and outstanding score. If you have 3.5 and 4, limited to adequate, and 1.5 and 2, fundamentally deficient. So be prepared. We have a lot of resources to prepare yourselves. Also, these sessions are going to help you, first of all, understand the test. And then when you understand the test, tus nervios reducen mucho porque ya sabes a qué vas al examen. Entonces, eso también es como muy importante. Analytical writing task. You are going to have the first screen is going to be the whole paragraph, the whole lecture. And then you are going to keep reading it on your left side. So it's not going to disappear or anything like that. You are going to have it in the left side of the screen, as you can see here. And then you are going to write everything, okay? Let's read this. Oh, never mind. Section 1 of 3. Remember that we have 3 sections. As people rely more and more on technology to solve problems, the ability of humans to think for themselves will surely deteriorate. It's going to make you read really carefully the instruction. I know that sometimes we want things really fast and we forget to read the instructions. Follow the instructions very closely. Write a response on which you discuss the extent to which you agree or disagree with the statement and explain your reasoning for the position you take. You are taking a position because you are doing a discussion. In developing and supporting your position, you should consider ways in which the statement might or might not hold true and explain. It's giving you a lot of instructions. So since this part, you have to be really careful and concentrate a lot on what are the things that they are requiring and explain how these considerations shape your position. So you have to make a standpoint. from this problem. Okay, people is relying more and more on technology to solve problems. The ability of humans to think for themselves will surely deteriorate. You have to think, okay, am I going to give like thumbs up to AI, or am I going to reason with the human part situation that probably people is going to lose their jobs? So you have to make a standpoint, and then you have to write all the discussion. It's really important that during this analysis, you follow up all the instructions. Okay, the first one is you take a standpoint. Which one are you going to be part on? In which one you agree or disagree? This is the second part. Statements. It's important to sustain our points of view. It's really, really important. Remember that also this test is academic. So you have to make an introduction, a development, and a conclusion of everything that you're writing. Supporting your ideas with facts is going to help you a lot. And following up all the instructions. So what do you think? Do you think you are going to do really, really good?
Yeah,
Do you
it
want
depends on the
to take
topic,
this
I
to
think.
homework? You can take this to homework and start practicing it. This is one of the examples of the test. It also is going to help you a lot to be fluent and start writing and typing a lot of the things that you would like to say. And also it's a really interesting point. As you can see, GRE is modern. It's really modern. So it's going to talk about topics that are going to align to the modern world. So it's not going to be boring, the ideas, and also it's knowledge that you already have. So this is a really, really good example. Any questions so far? Yes, exactly, Gabby. It's exactly it's similar to an essay, but just remember that, for example, in an essay, you have like a limit. Also, we have a limit here, of course. I don't know. Sometimes we have well, when you start typing, actually, when you start typing, you have like the count of words. So it can help you. But yeah, it's sort of an essay, but also you have to follow up all instructions. Agree, disagree, support your ideas, which statement you are going to support, which position you are, IA or human labor, which statement might or might not hold true, and explain how. So it's like a lot of things that can help you write the essay. But yes, that's analytical writing task. So I hope that you do really, really good in this one, because I see your faces and you're happy with this example. So let's move to the next one. Directions for task variants. I'm going to, okay, I cannot see you. You might be asked to focus your analysis of the given issue in a number of different ways. This can be like 2 examples. Example 1, write a response in which you discuss the extent to which you agree or disagree with the statement and explain your reasoning for the position you take. In developing and supporting your position, you should consider ways in which the statement might or not hold true, and explain how these considerations shape your position. So this is one example of the type of questions that you might get. The second example will be write a response in which you discuss your point of views on the policy and explain your reasoning for the position you take. In developing and supporting your position, you should consider the possible consequences of implementing the policy and explain how these consequences shape your position. So also it's an academic discussion. So that's the analysis part. Preparing for the verbal reasoning measure. About the verbal reasoning measure, this is the 3 types of questions: reading comprehension, text completion, and sentence equivalence. I'm pretty sure that all of you have taken some language lessons. And during those language lessons, they made you read a text and then analyze it and then respond some questions. Text completion, it means that you have a paragraph and then you have to fill out the blank, the gap, and the sentence equivalence. For example, it's raining really hard right now here in Puebla, but I can see a rainbow over there, okay? But I don't know, probably somebody would say, el clima en Puebla es muy cambiante porque todo el día tenemos inundaciones, pero de repente hace muchísimo calor y es prácticamente lo mismo, pero parafraseado prácticamente. Entonces, estos son los tres tipos de preguntas que les dicen. To accommodate different interests and backgrounds, there is a balance of questions in the natural science, social science, and humanities. Remember that you are going to be applying for your master or your undergraduate. Are you undergraduate? Okay, and so you're going to be applying to a specific field. So those questions are going to be about natural science, social science, and humanities. So it's going to also help you stand out and see like, and say something like, okay, so I understand a lot about social sciences, I understand about a lot about humanities because it's my bachelor, it's my degree. So it's important for you to stand out during these topics. However, specific knowledge of the subject isn't needed. All of the information to answer the questions is in the passage. Remember that the passage is going to be always in the left side. All the instructions are going to be in the left, and then you have the screen to solve it in the right part of the screen. This is like an example, okay? Consists of a passage and one or more associated questions. So you are going to have the passage, the reading section in the left. It requires you to read and to understand what is read. You have to recognize purpose of the main idea, recognize specific points made, recognize assumptions, making inferences, evaluating purpose and structure. Again, I'm pretty sure that in all of your classes, you have done all of this. When we have to summarize the main point, the main idea, when we find specific points that are relevant, when we are finding assumptions for some ideas or some discussions or some points of view that people is talking about, we can recognize those assumptions, making inferences. Oh, I believe that they are saying this. Why? So I can infer on what they're saying. We can evaluate the purpose of the paragraph. Why are they talking about it? Is it really needed? I have to analyze it. I have to find the structure of the topic that they are saying. It requires you to answer questions based upon the passage. The question formats will be multiple choice. Select one answer from 5 possible options, A, B, C, D, E. Multiple choice, select one or more answers from the 3 possible options, okay? This is like another type of format. And select in passage. Choose the sentence in the passage that fits a given description. It could be like filling up the gap, so we can select the passage of where the gap is meant to be. This is the example of the reading comprehension. So as you can see, we have multiple choice. We have to select one answer, okay? So question 2 out of 7. Reviving the practice of using elements, blah, 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 blah. We have to read all of this. And then probably read the passage, addresses, which of the following issues related to glass, use of popular element in his classical compositions. Okay, so we can find the answer in the paragraph. I'm going to say a student tip. This tip is really, really important. When I was a student, it was hard for me to do tests. It was hard for me to do exams because I'm a really nervous person. But I had back then a really amazing teacher, and she showed me that first of all, I need to read the question. Read the question to know what they want, what they're requesting, what I need to do. When I have that knowledge, first of all, I got to the right part of this right here. If I first read this, I can read the whole thing and see, okay, I know what they're requesting. I need to find which one of this is in this text. So the tip is read first of all the question, and then you look up on the passage session. Why am I giving you this tip? Is because you have a short time. You have a short time to answer everything. Therefore, you can take like 15 minutes to read this and try to concentrate. And if the flight goes around, probably you are going to have to get back to the first paragraph. So first of all, read the question. I don't know if you knew this tip, but for me it was really good. So keep doing that. Also, this could be the three multiple choice. Remember that we have three types of question formats: multiple choice, which is 5, multiple choice, which is 3, and select in passage. This is the 5 multiple choice, the 3. This is, oh, sorry. And also it's the same. We can read the question, consider each of the choices separately, and select all that apply, okay? So the passage suggests that glasses work displays which of the following qualifies. Oh no, which of the following qualities? Okay, a return to the use of popular music in classical compositions, an attempt to elevate rock music to an artistic status more closely, approximately. I'm reading terrible, sorry, because I'm trying to read really fast. Approximating that of classical music, a long-standing tendency. Okay, so we read all of this, and we are going to read this thing and find out if one of them applies, 2 of them, or even the 3 of them apply to the text. Do you want to do it? Or also do you want to take it to homework? Because you have the presentation, I think, in classroom, right? You mentioned? Okay, good. Also, you have the exercise there, so you can do it afterwards. Select in passage. Select the sentence that distinguishes 2 ways of integrating rock and classical music. So also you are going to have all these things, all the things that they are requesting in the left side. So reading comprehension is more about finding what they're asking you to do in the text that you have in the left side. It's never going to disappear. So don't get nervous. It's going to always be in the left side, so you can solve it in the right side. And also remember that you have a timer here. So try not to take a really, really long time to solve the reading section. And then text completion. So we have gaps that we have to fill out. And we have the words right here. Select one entry from each column. Okay, so we have to be, when we have one eye, as you can see, we have this list with one eye, 2 eyes, where they are requesting them. Okay. So we are going to read the text, sorry, oh, never mind. It's just that I cannot see you. Okay, you're going to read the text, and then you are going to select which one is the one that they are asking, okay? It is refreshing to read a book about our planet by an author who does not allow facts to be. Who knows the answer? You can infer which one is the answer. The first one, the first I. Don't be nervous, don't be shy. No one? I can say something. but I don't know. No soy tan barco. ¿Alguien sabe qué es barco? ¿O eso es muy poblano?
No, here in
Muy
Mexico,
poblano.
we also say.
Muy poblano. Bueno, es que los profes barco son los que les dan todos los hints a los estudiantes. Puros dieces. Pero a ver, ¿alguien lo quiere decir? Anímense. It is refreshing to read a book about our planet by an author who does not allow facts to be overshadowed by
Invalidated.
politics, invalidated by politics, or eliminated by politics. Marlon, you say invalidated?
Yes, but I don't know.
No, it's fine. It's
To
fine.
be
It's good.
overshadowed, I believe.
Mm, I think it's the first one you said.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Overshadow, yeah.
Remember that we can keep reading the whole thing so we can see like more of what they're talking about, so we can infer more in the answer. But I think the first one I was right.
On the second one, perhaps obscure, no?
Does not permit them to. See, I will also choose underscore.
Obscure, yeah.
Mhm. And the third one, no, don't worry. You have the presentation to practice and you can like keep reading the exercises and examples. I think it's going to actually help us a lot. Gabriel. Gracias. Sí. It's a little bit tricky. So you have to be really focused. Read the whole thing. Is it going to like give you more, si te vas a sentir más tranquilo de leerlo todo, léanlo todo, todos los tips que ustedes hagan de estudiantes, háganlos ahorita en el examen, porque esto les va a ayudar mucho y la verdad es que la práctica hace al maestro. Entonces, practiquen mucho, 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 mucho para que cuando lleguen al examen lleguen y digan, esto está fácil, yo ya lo practiqué tanto que ya sé cómo obtener el puntaje que necesito para la aplicación de la universidad a la que quieran. Also, we have sentence equivalence, sorry. So we have to choose. It consists of a single sentence with one blank and 6 answer choices. So we have one blank spot and we have to choose out of the 6. Okay. Also, here is giving you the instruction. Also, I'm really bad with reading instructions, as we can see, but select the 2 answer choices that when used to complete the sentence. So we can choose 2 of them. It's giving you the command to choose 2 answers that are going to apply in the blank spot. Okay. Any questions about reading? All good so far? Okay, let's go to the math part. Gabriel, what do you mean do I get like half points? For the answer, if it's wrong? If the answer is wrong, remember that it's better to solve something than nothing. And yes, you can get half points. If there were blanks to fill in, just you were right. No, but remember that in this exercise, it's only telling you to choose 2. So you have to only choose 2 out of the 6. So the best thing is, well, the best scenario will be that you choose the two that match the sentence, and that it's like filling out the blank spot. If you choose wrong, probably you'll get like less points, because remember that if you don't answer anything, you are going to lose all the points. But if you answer a little bit something, you are going to get some points. So it's better to try something. Let's talk about quantitative reasoning measure. This is all about quantity, numbers. We have to do arithmetic, algebra. In arithmetic, we learn about elementary operations, number line estimation, percent, ratios, and rates, absolute value, properties of integers, such as divisibility of, and even integers and prime numbers. So all of this is about arithmetic, is going to make you do calculations, and also algebra. Algebraic expressions and manipulations, functions and the graphs, so X and Y, coordinate geometry, solving equations and inequalities, and modeling and solving words problems with algebra. It's not going to make you calculate higher math, like if we were engineers. I'm pretty sure that some of you are, but GRE is more about trying to reason with you if you are good with arithmetic and algebra, not higher than that. This measure includes high school level mathematics and statistics, generally no higher than algebra 2. It does not include calculus or higher college level mathematics. So it's only going to be or your high school, everything that you saw in high school. For example, sumar fracciones, restar fracciones, multiplicarlas. Ana Lucía, ya no te acuerdas. No pasa nada, pero seguro si practicamos nos va a ir muy bien. Y también acuérdense que tienen permitido llevar una calculadora, entonces no se asusten tanto. Les va a ir bien, estoy segura. Expected mathematical knowledge. Geometry, elementary de primaria. O sea, todo lo que vimos en geometría cuando éramos niños, líneas, círculos y triángulos, medir diámetro, cuánto es el perímetro del triángulo, angle measure, area, perimeter, volume, and the teorema de Pitágoras, porque no podré decir esto en inglés, la verdad. Geometría y análisis de datos, ¿vale? Todo el análisis de datos no es que tengan una tabla financiera y que tengan que analizar los datos, es más que nada encontrar frecuencias, encontrar estadística, interpretación de los datos, presentación, gráficas, toda la X y la Y calcular cómo en qué línea se encuentra, probabilidad y pues obviamente todos los métodos cuantitativos. Creo que tengo dudas. Yasmín. Según yo, no estoy muy segura, déjenme preguntar, pero según yo, sí te dejan llevar tu calculadora. O sea, una calculadora de así chiquitita, no es de... Ay, se me olvidó el nombre. No es de las calculadoras científicas, es una calculadora como que te ayuda a sumar y restar, prácticamente. Sí, ya me acordé, Yasmin, qué bueno que escribiste eso. La calculadora viene integrada en el examen, como en una pestañita que viene abajito, viene la calculadora. Pero también creo que sí les dejan llevar una, pero no estoy segura. Voy a preguntar bien, pero sí la calculadora viene integrada como en el examen, tienes razón. Científicas no les deja, pero es así como literal, como la de la compu. Así, bueno, como la del celular, mejor dicho. Gabriel, ok. Sí, ojalá sí los dejen. Voy a preguntar. Me lo llevo de tarea yo. Pregunto, pero ojalá sí les dejen que lleven su calculadora. Porque sí, eso sí, es como, para que sean como rápidos los cálculos y todo, los dejan. Las preguntas son, los tipos de preguntas, perdón, son multiple choice, quantitative comparison, numeric entry, and multiple choice. We have to select one answer or one or more answers. So some questions are in data interpretation sets, and some questions involve real life scenarios. Juanito va a comprar tantas manzanas y ese tipo de escenarios, ¿vale? Aquí está la calculadora, yo mintiéndoles. Get to know the built-in on-screen calculator. Operate with the keyboard or mouse. Has 4 arithmetic functions: square root, memory, and parentheses. So it's like a really simple calculator. Has a transfer display button, respects order of operation. Most questions do not require difficult computations, so the calculator should be used only when needed. Only available in the quantitative reasoning section. So also I'm going to ask if you can bring your own calculator, but if not, remember that you have it in the computer only in the quantitative reasoning section. Multiple choice, select one answer. A car got 33 miles per gallon using gasoline that cost this price. So we have to choose the answer during the calculation. Okay. Remember that the test is in it was developed in United States, and that's why it has miles and not kilometers. So just for you to think about that. That I don't think that it makes a difference, but in case you find weird that it says miles and not kilometers. Which of the following integers are multiplies of both 2 and 3? Indicate all such integers. So we can choose as many as apply to the question that they are asking. Quantitative comparison. So we have to calculate trig. Okay, and choose what they're asking. So keep practicing a lot your math. I think one of you wrote something. Yes, Gabriel. The imperial system that you mentioned. Numeric entry. So we can do a calculation and write the percentage here. As you can see, this is like the screen that you can see in your text test. Exit section, calc, mark, review, help, back, next. So this is the screen that you are going to be looking at. Data interpretation. So you have all the percentages, all the graphs, all the chart that you have to analyze, and then you can solve this. So they're calculating the percentage of each year's company retail store. It's a retail store, so you can choose the best one. Giving you the amount of numbers that they're giving you. And that's about the content of the test. Viewing your unofficial scores, you are going to get an unofficial GRE general test score right when you finish your test. When your test is done, you are going to have the points of the multiple choice answers that you have given, but we don't recommend canceling your scores. If you choose to cancel your scores, let's say that, digamos que al final de la prueba les va a salir un pantallazo de cuánto puntaje obtuvieron de todas las preguntas de opción múltiple en cuanto verbal reasoning and quantitative reasoning. Van a tener puntaje, pero hay muchas personas que dicen, ¿sabes qué? No lo obtuve, entonces lo cancelan y como que vuelven a tomar la prueba. Pero es mejor que tengan como todos sus puntajes y que en el siguiente examen lo vuelvan a hacer, ¿vale? Y pues obviamente que tengan como la diferencia y que tengan un puntaje que, aunque sea poquito, pero que lo tengan a que lo cancelen. Preparation resources. Remember that in the website that I shared with you, the link that I sent in the chat here in Zoom, you are going to be able to find preparation resources in your GRE account. You can find the GRE vocabulary digital flashcards, the official guide to the GRE general test, also the examples that I shared with you in the presentation for Education USA, and everything about GRE Prepare. You can find a lot of free practice resources, and some of them are paid, but I recommend them entirely. So remember that I told you that practice makes the master, so practice, 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 and I'm pretty sure that all of you are going to get like a really, really good score. And whatever you need, I'm here to help. I'm going to share with you my email here. And if you want, we can have like these last 7 minutes for Q&As. Sorry, I extended a little bit my presentation, but if you have some questions, I'm more than happy to help you. Jasmine, cuéntame.
O sea, igual y es una pregunta, no sé, que no se va a poder contestar, pero, o sea, te quería preguntar de qué consideras que es como un buen puntaje de GRE, porque las universidades normalmente no te dicen de que cuánto ocupas de TOEFL, pero no te dicen cuánto consideran bueno de GRE. O sea, lo dejan como muy abierto.
Yo creo que el GRE, y yo creo que las instituciones lo reconocen y reconocen el esfuerzo de que tomen un GRE. Entonces, la verdad es que siento que un puntaje medio alto es bueno, es muy bueno. Bueno, es que mira, por ejemplo, en la escala de lo que les enseñaba, ahorita les vuelvo a presentar, de los puntajes, la verdad es que no, no tengo como un puntaje que yo sepa que pidan, pero podrías intentar preguntarle directamente. Ay, no encuentro los puntajes que les enseñaba. Aquí está, la escala de puntajes. Puedes intentar preguntarle como a la persona que esté en admisiones de la universidad en donde vayas a aplicar si tienen un puntaje requerido. Pero recuerda que les enseñaba esta tablita en cuanto a analytical thinking. Entonces, de un 3.5 a un 4 es como bueno, sería como intermedio alto, que era lo que les decía en analytical. Y en los otros, de 130 a 170. Entonces, yo creo que si ya logras un 130, la verdad es que estaría padrísimo. Pero sí pueden intentar preguntar a las instituciones a donde vayan a aplicar si tienen como un puntaje deseado, porque
¿Puedo
no lo tengo en la
interrumpir?
mente. Sí,
Yo
Mariana.
puedo interrumpir, por favor.
Sí, claro.
Muchas gracias. Pues en general, lo que se considera un buen puntaje en el GRE, en estas últimas dos secciones que nos presentaba Zaira, que es el verbal y el cuantitativo, entre 158 y entre 165. Es lo que vendría siendo considerado un buen puntaje. Sin embargo, tengan todos en cuenta de que en México no tenemos un examen parecido al GRE. Sin embargo, si lo tienen que tomar o si les aparece opcional, nosotros les recomendamos que sí se preparen, digo, para eso tienen Magush, que sí se preparen, que sí estudien, que traten de familiarizarse con el examen lo más posible para que obtengan un puntaje bueno. Tal vez entendemos y todos estamos en el entendido y en el contexto de que tal vez no van a llegar a un 165 porque es el primer examen de esta naturaleza que hacen, pero justamente como dices, Zaira, las universidades van a decir, ok, es un estudiante internacional que se está familiarizando, que apenas está entendiendo y que está conociendo cómo se hace todo este tipo de pruebas, lo van a probar, lo van a valorar. Es importante que para todos los que vayan para algún área de STEM, estudien mucho y que traten de obtener el mejor puntaje posible, porque si bien las universidades lo marcan como que pueda ser opcional o que no es requerido o que no te lo van a pedir, eso les puede ayudar a conseguir mejor beca. Listo. Ahí mi participación. Muchas
No, gracias a ti. Yo honestamente conozco mucho de GRE, ya lo tomé, pero yo no soy la ponente de GRE. Solo que Sorani, que es como nuestra experta, mi directora de la TAM, mi jefecita, es su cumpleaños, entonces no se pudo conectar. Entonces, perdónenme que se me están yendo las cabras un poco, pero yo les ayudo en lo que necesiten. Si no lo investigo.
No te preocupes, Aira, también nosotros para eso estamos aquí,
Sí, gracias.
por si hay algo que, digo, porque tú eres aquí la experta de todas formas. A ver, Gabriel, si dice específicamente no mandes tus resultados, creo que está mucho más que claro, no mandes los resultados, porque hay algunas universidades que te van a decir es opcional o que a lo mejor te lo van a pedir como documento complementario, ¿vale? Pero también tengan en cuenta de que ustedes están haciendo una búsqueda de 30 universidades para terminar aplicando a unas 5. Entonces es posible que de esas 5 que ustedes escojan, no todas les digan no mandes los resultados. Entonces esto no los exenta de seguirse preparando, porque a fin de cuentas todos tienen que cumplir con el tiempo en plataforma Magush, ¿de acuerdo?
¿Tienen más dudas? ¿Quejas? ¿Todo bien?
A mí me quedó un poco la duda en la
Dime,
parte que
Mario.
comentabas sobre que es adaptativo y
Ujú,
que, o sea, yo puedo estar, es que me imaginé lo siguiente, lo puedo estar haciendo muy bien en la parte de algunas preguntas que son como muy difíciles, recordando las
ujú.
partes que de pronto vienen en el Magoosh y que de pronto, no sé, me equivoco en dos y tres y se adapta el examen y entonces ahora me aparecen preguntas que son de dificultad mediana, por decirlo, y me está yendo muy bien ahí. Se vuelve a adaptar y sube de nivel,
Así es.
pero eso en algún punto no nos afecta, o sea, en nuestros scores,
No,
¿no?
al contrario.
Ok,
Al contrario. Haz de cuenta que el examen adaptativo lo que hace es identifica que estamos teniendo errores, que a lo mejor estamos nerviosos, que no practicamos lo suficiente. Entonces el examen dice, ¿sabes qué? No le voy a hacer preguntas de nivel muy alto porque se me va a estresar, se va a poner nervioso y va a tener como un puntaje peor. Pero si lo voy adaptando y de repente tú empiezas a contestar mejor, pues obviamente se va adaptando como a lo que tú vas contestando.
ok. Y
Es más
otra,
que nada para reducir nervios.
vale, perfecto.
Ujú,
En el Analytical Writing, alcancé a ver ahí que decía una de tres, o sea, son como tres tasks que tenemos que completar y en esos tres tasks, tenemos, bueno, para esos tres tasks tenemos 30 minutos,
ujú.
pues uno solo.
No, 30 minutos para que el analítica, a ver, espera.
Sí.
El analytical task, es que lo estoy abriendo, pero no sé en dónde. Que son, o sea, ¿te refieres a que son tres tareas?
Ajá, sí, es que alcancé a ver ahí
Ok,
en
sí,
la
son
pantalla que
tres
compartiste.
tareas para, o sea, son 30 minutos para las tres tareas.
Ok, ok.
Ujú,
Y son independientes, o sea, son como, digamos, tres writings que no tienen que ver el uno con el otro.
sí,
Ok,
pero mira, mm, digamos que te voy a enseñar otra vez la tablita esta para que les quede como súper, súper claro. El
sí.
examen dura 1 hora 58 minutos. Es un ensayo de 30 minutos. Entonces, esta es la primera pregunta de tu ensayo, por así decirlo. Ay, espérame, es que no puedo. Esta es la primera pregunta del mismo escenario. O sea, del mismo escenario te van a preguntar tres cosas.
Ya,
Entonces, tú vas a seguir como redactando sobre este mismo. Ujú.
ok.
Sí,
Sí, muchas gracias.
sí, de nada.
Y otra cuestión, bueno, sí puedo seguir
No te
preguntando.
preocupes. Sí, claro.
Una de las cosas en las que me he enfrentado ahorita con el Magush es el tiempo. Es tremendo, ¿no? De pronto aparece ahí el pacing que estoy implementando yo y el pacing de otros, y el verlo, ver el mío en rojo es como de, lo estoy haciendo mal, ¿no? Entonces, ¿cuál sería como tu consejo, ¿no? Porque de pronto comentabas que pues, no dejáramos algunas preguntas en blanco porque pues eso no iba a ser beneficioso para nosotros, sino más bien que pues, contestáramos. O sea, me hace pensar que si ya me tomé mucho tiempo en una pregunta, más de, no sé, 2 minutos, por decir algo, sería mejor elegir como al azar o la que creo que es la más probable y continuar para no perder tiempo. Sí, sería una.
Recuerden que puedes regresar.
Ok,
Si te está costando mucho alguna, siempre tienes el control de regresar. Solo pues obviamente acuérdate en cuál fue la que te quedaste, pero te puedes regresar. E incluso cuando al final del examen ya dices, ¿sabes qué? Ya lo terminé, ya me puedo regresar, te puedes regresar sin ningún problema, desde el final al principio.
ok,
Ujú.
vale, gracias.
¿Sí? Gabriel. No entendí la pregunta, Gabriel.
Es que en el TOEFL, bueno, hay unos exámenes que te dejan marcar la pregunta como para que regreses a ella, como
Sí, sí,
flaguear.
sí.
Ajá.
Exacto. Ah, ya, perdón. Sí, no sé si se acuerdan que estábamos viendo la pantallita. Otra vez les voy a enseñar para que estemos todos tranquilos. Esta es como la pantalla que siempre les va a aparecer y aquí está Mark. ¿Ya vieron? Revisar. Entonces le puedo poner review y ya para que se puedan regresar. Y acuérdense que está siempre el botón de back y siguiente. Entonces, sin ningún problema pueden regresar y marcarlo. Ujú. Alguien tenía la mano, Marlon.
Hola, ¿qué tal, Sara? Te agradezco la
Hola.
presentación. Fíjate que quería consultarte por una estrategia que he escuchado mucho. La vi sobre todo para la gente que somos, que no somos angloparlantes. Decía que nos
Mm,
enfocáramos en el tema de palabras, más como aprender las etimologías, las raíces, como esa táctica de inferencia. ¿Qué tan de acuerdo
ujú,
está? Porque ya le estoy apostando más al flashcard, que es la ahí de Magoosh, y compré mis Kaplan también, entonces ahí ando.
ujú,
Pero sí vi esta estrategia que te sugieren muchísimo, sobre todo gente que hizo el GRE y es latino, que como que
ujú.
algunas palabras como vienen de las raíces, son fáciles para nosotros, pues. Y que a lo mejor ve las etimologías o ver algunas palabras como con los prefijos y eso, para que cuando no sepamos como inferir. No sé qué tan de
Claro.
acuerdo.
Sí, estoy súper de acuerdo. La verdad es que no sé si, bueno, en la página de preparación vienen muchos ejercicios gratuitos y muchos de paga, pero por ejemplo de la presentación que les van a compartir o que creo que ya está en Classroom, pueden como que empezar a sacar palabras que no entiendan y hacer glosario. Entonces, glosario de palabras que les ayude más a ir entendiendo qué es lo que significa, a lo mejor si tiene un sinónimo, un antónimo, o sea, como que ir haciendo todo eso para que te vaya ayudando a ti como a fluir un poquito más.
Ah, vale.
Me
Y la,
late mucho.
excelente. Y la otra pregunta es, ¿puedo llevar algún dulce o algo? Nomás como para entre secciones y eso. No, no,
No,
no puedo meter dulce, chale.
sí, no, ni agua.
Ah, ok.
No los dejan ni botella de agua. Entonces, por lo mismo que el examen es muy corto,
Sí.
pues obviamente sí pueden ir al baño, ¿no? Pero evítenlo, porque si no pierden tiempo.
Ok.
Entonces, sí, no lleven nada, porque literal en la entrada les dan como unos casilleros para que ustedes pongan sus cosas y entran sin celular, sin nada.
Dale, entrar. Gracias, Sara.
Sí, sí, de nada. ¿Todo bien? Súper.
A mí, otra vez,
Sí, María.
está relacionado con algo que ya habían comentado en el chat y es que me sigue quedando la duda.
Ujú,
Eh, En aquellas preguntas donde tenemos que elegir más de una respuesta porque más de una es la correcta y decían que si vamos a recibir puntos medios, recuerdo que en algún otro webinar que atendí de Education USA decían que no íbamos a recibir, bueno, no lo daba Education USA, lo daba alguien más de GRE, es que vi la expresión ahí y dije, "Ah". Este,
ujú.
y nos decían que justo eran o todas buenas o no nos recibíamos puntaje. Entonces,
Es mentira.
sí.
No, bueno, y no es mentira, pero por ejemplo, te digo que cuando yo hice el examen, yo pues, o sea, hice el examen para saber y contarles, ¿no? De cómo es,
Ujú.
no porque lo necesitara ni nada, pero
Ujú.
cuando lo tomé, digamos que yo puse tres, o sea, decía que seleccionara dos y puse tres y me penalizaron por seleccionar una de más. o sea, como por no leer las instrucciones.
Ok,
Entonces, es mejor contestar aunque estén mal que contestar de más o de menos.
vale.
Ujú.
Ok,
Y sí te
es-
da puntos, aunque estén mal.
ok,
Ujú.
gracias.
Sí. ¿Ninguna otra duda? ¿Todo bien? Vale. De todas formas, Gabriel, si quieres, dime.
Bueno, voy a abrir mi micrófono porque creo que va a ser un poquito difícil de explicar. ¿Se me escucha en primer lugar?
Te escucho bien.
Ok. Es que preguntaba lo de las opciones porque, por ejemplo, de que se me acuerda ahorita, voy a hablar del verbal reasoning. Te dicen, por ejemplo, selecciona, por ejemplo, del siguiente blanco a llenar dos palabras o opciones que se parezcan entre sí. Lo dice
Ujú,
como alike in meaning, más o menos. Me acuerdo en
ujú.
los de prueba, por ejemplo. Pero así dan un ejemplo, si de las dos que selecciono, una sí la completó correctamente y el otro no, obtendría puntos por esa que sí lo completó correctamente, aunque no sea, vamos a decirlo, idéntico en significado al otro que se seleccionó.
Exacto. Sí,
Imagino que igual con las que tienen, por ejemplo, tres blancos y le dan las tres como que columnas de opciones. Que si, por ejemplo,
sí,
voy a decir atinar a dos de tres, pues me dan puntos por los dos, aunque no sean los tres en global, ¿no?
exacto.
Ah, ok, ok. Esa era mi duda, porque sí porque yo pensaba, ay, no vaya a ser que nos penalicen por o es todo o es nada, y ya con eso
No, no,
fueron los
no, no.
puntos.
La verdad, el examen es 100% académico y es justo y bondadoso. Entonces, no se preocupen y no piensen, es que si contesto, o sea, voy a sacar cero. O sea, no, no es un cero, es un, no contesté las tres que me están viendo bien, pero contesté una bien. Y esa una bien te da puntos. Entonces, no te penalizan como cero en los tres. ¿Ya acabaste, Gabriel?
De momento creo que sí, o sea, que tengo bastantes preguntas, pero eso tengo que materializar porque no se viene en la mente ahorita,
No, no
pero
te preocupes. Igual creo que sí les puse mi correo, ¿verdad? ¿O todavía no se los pongo?
Yes.
Ah, sí, sí se los puse. Tienen mi correo, entonces cualquier duda que tengan pueden escribirme. Y si yo no sé, le pregunto a la directora que sí es como experta en GRE. Y Gabriel, me encanta tu acento.
¿y por qué
Marlon,
todos dicen eso? Cada vez que voy a algún lado me dicen de casualidad, tú eres del sur. Y sí,
me imaginé. Gran acento.
Sí. Fíjate, para no quitarte rápido, para no quitar tiempo, si digamos que el puntuaje no fue el adecuado, ¿a los cuántos días o semanas podemos volver a retomarlo? Obviamente corriendo de nuestro lado, pues, pero sí se me...
3 días.
Ok, va.
Pero 3 días suponiendo que GRE tenga fechas. Acuérdense que al principio de toda la sesión les dije, pongan mucha, mucha atención porque GRE, los centros de certificación, no todo el tiempo tienen fechas. Entonces, si lo quieren volver a tomar, como que sí asegurarse que haya más disponibilidad de fechas.
Ah, vale, vale.
Ujú.
Ok.
Listo. Pues yo creo que nos vemos el viernes. Si
Ujú.
son ustedes los que se van a conectar para TOEFL IBT.
Yes. Ujú.
Yes. Good.
Bueno, igual como comenta Zaira, su correo está disponible. También nosotros podemos consultar con ella directamente cualquier duda que tengan de GRE, ¿ok? Y ya el día viernes es a la misma hora, pero sería exclusivamente para TOEFL IBT, ¿ok? Y ya sería para grad y undergrad el webinar, ¿ok? Muy bien, igual va a quedar grabado, dudas se van a resolver ese día nomás de TOEFL IBT, ¿ok? Muy bien. Pues agradecemos mucho su tiempo, Grantees, y muchas gracias, Zaira Hernández. No me despido porque nos veremos el viernes, ¿ok? Thank you so much for your time, people. We will see you on Friday. Bye.
Thank you.
Gracias.
Bye
Thank
bye.
you.